Have you ever noticed that whenever a creature starts off in the world with a habit, it stays with him all of his life? Not only that, but he passes it along to his children and his grandchildren. Whether the creature has 2, 4, or more legs, it works just the same. Another thing is that if you want to see anything, you must open your eyes. This is also the case of the owl. In the very beginning, he was like all the other birds. He had the same kind of eyes as the other birds, and he flew around and sang in the daytime. And when it became dark, he would go to sleep and stick his head under his wings and sleep till daybreak, just like the others. But it wasn't long before he got in the habit of sitting up all night and calling out, "Who, who?" And to this very day, that is what he does. Here's what happened. During the first week, when all the creatures were created and just learning how to keep house, the good Lord noticed that there was something very different going on. First, he saw the pig. The pig's tail was originally straight, but somehow it got curled. Nextly, God saw the deer and the goat. Originally, they had long tails, but somehow they got chopped off. Then God saw the duck. He used to have 4 legs, but it looks like his forearms got cut clean off. Then the snake slithered up. It looks like all of his legs got cut off. Nextly, God saw the rat and the possum. It looks like all of the fur off their tails got shaved clean off. And lastly, the turkey. He ran up in such a hurry, someone shaved all of the feathers off of his head. Nobody knew what was going to happen next. God had some suspicions of who might be the culprit, though. He was thinking it might be some of Old Nick's doings. He sure got into a lot of mischief. Without telling anybody of his plan, God came over to Owl. He asked Owl if he wouldn't mind staying lookout over the night, if he could keep his eyes peeled sharp and look out for whoever was doing this. Owl was very happy to help. He said, "Wow, God, I would love to. The only problem is at night I can't seem to keep my eyes open, and I can't see very good either." But God knew just what to do. He told Owl if he just opened his eyes a little wider and kept his eyes open all night, then he could stay awake, and the wider he opened them, the more he could see. Owl was very proud to help God. And whenever night fell, Owl opened his eyes wider and wider and kept his eyes open all night to look out for anything suspicious going on. Nothing was happening, though. That was until midnight. Then Owl saw Old Nick back up to his old deeds, and he was tying knots in the horse's mane. Owl yelled out, quick and loud, "Hoo, hoo, 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 hoo!" Old Nick was spooked. He ran away, but Owl just kept following him and kept yelling louder and louder, "Hoo, hoo, 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 hoo!" Old Nick was sure scared off, and the owl never saw him again. Old Nick was scared clean out of the forest, never to be seen again, and God and all the other animals were so overjoyed and showered Owl with appreciation. But Owl quickly realized that something was very wrong. Owl turned to God. He said, "I'm so glad that I got to help you, but now that it's daytime, it hurts to open my eyes. I don't know what to do. I can't see in the day anymore." But God had a really good idea. He told Owl, that he just needs to sleep during the daytime. So Owl did just that. He began sleeping during the day and staying up all throughout the night to help God keep track of the earth. And that trend continues to this day. Owl can still be seen sleeping during the daytime and staying up all night and yelling out, "Hoo, hoo!" And that concludes the story of Owl, how his habits began and how he still protects us to this day.